Hello, fourth graders, it's Miss Leon. We are into the next part of our learning in the fractional unit, which is adding mixed numbers, but this time we are using just the algorithm. If you remember, we have defined a mixed number as a whole number plus a fractional amount, such as 2 2/3 or 1 1/4. So there are 3 steps involved with adding mixed numbers. The first step is to add the fractional parts. That means add the numerators. The next step will be to add the whole numbers. And the last part will be to regroup. And I underlined that 3 times. Regroup, and that's only if necessary. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an example of 2 ways that we can solve the same problem using algorithm. All right, the problem we are looking to solve is 2 7/8 plus 1 3/8. And I've written it 2 different ways, one going across and one stacking it on top of each other. So again, in our steps, it says that we are going to go ahead and add the fractional amounts. So when I'm looking over here, my fractional amounts are 7/8 plus 3/8. When I add those together, I get 10/8. Now remember, this is not the whole answer or that I'm done with the problem. It just means part of that. So again, over here, I'm going to go ahead and add the fractional amounts. 7 plus 3 is 10. So I'm going to get 10/8 right over here. The second step is to add the whole numbers. So looking up here, I have 2 and 1 as whole numbers. 2 plus 1, which equals 3. Again, on this stacked version, 2 plus 1 is 3. So now what I have here is a whole amount of 3 and then a fractional amount of 10/8. And please notice 10/8 is an improper or inappropriate fraction. So I'm going to have to split this up and make it to where it is a mixed number because I cannot just leave this as an improper fraction. So I'm going to rewrite my answer right here, which is 3 and 10/8. I'm splitting up this improper fraction from 10/8 to 8/8 because that is a whole. 8 plus 2 would equal 10, so 8/8 and 2/8. Then I'm going to group these back up together. So 8/8 is equivalent to 1 whole. I'm going to pull this 3 down. I sure don't want to forget about that. And I'm going to rewrite my 3 wholes right here. I want to make sure that I add that up with the whole that I just regrouped and built. And then I don't want to forget about this 2/8 that I had from before. And I am going to put these all back together. 3 plus 1 is 4. And then I have my fractional amount of 2/8. I'm going to go ahead and finish it off over on this side as well. It is going to be the exact same steps as we just saw before. I can break up my 10/8 into 8/8, which is equivalent to 1, and 2/8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Please remember that 8/8 is the same as 1. I have my 2/8 here. Just bringing everything down so that way we can see all of our parts and we don't forget anything. So I have 3 plus 1 plus 2/8, which is again 4 wholes and 2/8. Either way you write this, we are going to get the same exact answer. This is using algorithm. This time we are writing it across. This time we are stacking it up and down.